What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here bringing you the latest in your Brooklyn Nets news. Today is January 16th, right? Yes, January 16th. Left my sunglasses in my car, don't give a crap, because the Nets are winning. They're winning! They currently won 5 straight. They didn't currently win 5 straight. They won 5 straight before losing to the Raptors in Toronto, which didn't shock me one bit. They had that tough, grueling, double overtime win over the Heat. The next day, they're going to play the Raptors, and it didn't shock me one bit that they lost that game. Garnett didn't play, and the team was definitely exhausted and tired, and honestly, I had a feeling they were going to lose that game. It just made sense that they're going to lose that game. But whatever. I give them a pass. They're currently 5-1 the last 6 games. They're looking a lot better. The chemistry looks great. Jason Kidd looks like he kind of knows what he's doing now. So, like I said, I'm going to give him the pass on the Raptors game. And I'm becoming a bit of a happy Nets fan. Like I said, I don't care. I don't have my sunglasses because I don't feel the need to hide my face because I'm happy. Happy. It's just now a matter of, can the Nets keep this up? My last video, I talked about ideas of how to make them better. Since then, they've actually won 3 in a row, and 3 of the last 4, So, I guess what I'm trying to say is perhaps the Nets don't need to do anything to be better. I think Paul Pierce at the power forward spot, has definitely made the Nets a little bit better of a team. I feel like on the offensive end, making the team look a little bit better. But really, they're winning these games because their defense is so much better now than it was before. I don't know why, but it just is. It's interesting to see. Jason Terry was talking about how he thinks that it was a blessing in disguise that Brook Lopez got hurt. Though, I think Donnie Marshall said it was more like a silver lining, which is what will be more accurate. In the fact that the Nets are realize that they all need to play and they all need to step up. And I think that's what's kind of happening. And I think the team's chemistry is finally there. And I think you're seeing it. Did it take a while? Yeah. Took way too long. But whatever, it's here. So my statements about me wanting the Nets to make a move, I'm going to put them on hold until the Nets start struggling again, if they do start struggling. Because they got chemistry going right now. Is this team good enough to compete in the East? To compete, yes. To win a championship, no. So, at this time that I want to say, the Nets should not make any moves because I finally got chemistry. Something's beeping. But, they have chemistry. At the same time, the team just doesn't have enough to get over the hurdle. I don't see this team being able to beat the Heat. They beat the Heat twice so far this season, but the regular season's there in the postseason. I don't know if I can see this team beating the Heat and the Pacers, or the Pacers, in the East. I don't. I actually do believe that this is a team that can make it to the Eastern Conference Championship, and I still believe this is a team that can get as high as the 3 seed. But I just don't see them winning both those teams, which they're probably going to have to do. Because if they're the 3 seed, they're going to have to go through the Heat. It would probably be the 2 seed. Judging, season's not even half over yet, but this is just speculation. If the Nets make the 3 seed, they'll have to go through the Heat in the second round. And then, obviously, the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Or, if they're the 4 seed, they're going to have to go through the Heat in the second round. The Pacers in the second round. Whatever. Either way, they're going to have to play one of those 2 teams before they even get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I don't know if that's going to really happen, because those 2 teams aren't going to square off against each other unless it's the finals, because they're going to be the 1 and 2 seeds. I don't know. So part of me wants to still see if they make a move, maybe bring in Zach Randolph, to give him an interior post presence and tough rebounding. But at the same time, it might blow up the chemistry that they finally have going. So for now, I'm going to put it on the back burner, see what happens when Darren the freaking glass ankles Williams comes back, which he's not going to be back for their game in London. He's not going to be back for that. He's hoping to be back, and he should be back for the game against the Knicks on that following Monday. So we'll see. I want to see how that team works with him be coming back on the team and all that stuff. See how well it goes. I really don't know. This team confuses me a lot. I can't predict one damn thing with this team. I try to, and anytime you think this team is gonna, you think you figure out this team, oh wow, they beat the Warriors, they beat the Heat, then they lose to the Raptors. But that's this team. So there's not much more for me to say about it, other than I'm a pleased Nets fan right now. They're slowly turning the corner. I believe they're now 15-22, so they're 7 games under 500. They certainly should be able to get over 500 before the season ends and end up winning more than, I think, 45 games. I think 45 to 50 games is a very reasonable place. I think if I was to project this team the way they're playing now, I would say that they would probably go... I want to say 48 wins. Pretty much what they did last year, one worse. I know people, that's kind of really saying, wow, that's a big stretch comparing that they're 7 games under 500. But if they play the way they're playing now, I don't see why they can't win 48 games. Well, that would make them go 48-34, right? Ooh, maybe that is pushing it. 48, 30. Yeah, 48-34 might be actually pushing it, because that means that they're only going to lose 12 more games the rest of the season. As much as I think the Nets have turned this a year around, I don't know if I can see them only losing 12 more games the rest of the season. So I'm going to say 45. But you never know. If they continue to play the way they've been playing, they got to stretch. They actually have a very winnable section of games coming up. Hawks in London. They just beat the Hawks before. Hawks are a very good team, though. Kind of like the Raptors, who are kind of a shockingly good team. The Hawks are a shockingly better team. Then they got the Knicks, which is going to be a fun game. See if they can bounce back after they got destroyed by them the first time. Then I got, the Magic, which is... They lost to them earlier this year, but they've got to beat them. And then they got the Mavericks, which I'm actually going to go to be at that game. So... If you're going to the Dallas Nets game, you might see me there. I'll probably be wearing this. Exactly what I'm wearing. I'm not going to be wearing sunglasses, because if you've been in the Barclays Center, you know that it's pretty dark in there, and I think wearing sunglasses in there is just dumb. But I'll probably be wearing this outfit. Exact same thing. This hat, Lopez jersey, black shirt probably underneath. Maybe I'll be wearing my Brooklyn Nets sweatshirt. I don't know. So, hey, if you see me there and you happen to know who the hell I am or recognize me, you can say, yeah, NetsBoy. See what happens. Of my 10 viewers, I don't know. Got a couple subscribers of people who I don't know, which means they're actually people who wanted to subscribe. So, that's cool. So, if you happen to be at that game and you happen to see me, give it away. Because like I said in one of my older videos, I don't live very close to Brooklyn. I live in West Jersey, so when I get to a game, it's kind of cool for me. I only go to 1 or 2 a year, and so I'm going to that game though, mostly to see the Nets play Vince Carter. Our last 4 years since the Nets traded Vince Carter, I have gone to every game that he's come back to the home court. Because I just like to see him. Favorite player. So I'll be at that game, but that's a game I think could go either way. And so right now, you look at the next 4 games, they should go 3-1. The next 4 games, they got the Celtics after that, and then they go against the Raptors. The next 6 games they should go 5-1. I kid you not. And so if they go 5-1 the next 6 games, they're only going to be 3 games under 500. They can really extend it. So I do believe this team is going to get going. I'm going to say they're going to be about 45 to 48 wins at this point. I think they might be about the 4 seed in the East. I don't know if they can... You don't know. It is really too early to tell, but that's my prediction. Like I said, right now I don't want the Nets to make any moves because they got good chemistry, but at the same time I wouldn't be too upset if they made a move to bring in some interior toughness. Well, not necessarily interior toughness, interior presence on the offensive end. But you never know. Kevin Garnett is playing better. Don't know why. He just randomly is. Sean Livingston is playing better than Darren Williams could even imagine to play, so I kind of like that. Teletovic is still good. Everyone's just playing well. Even Paul Pierce is figuring it out as a power forward, as a 4. So the Nets are figuring it out. They got good chemistry. They got good basketball so far. This is more or less what we were expecting from the Nets, and here they are now. They're doing what they're supposed to. So I'm gonna stay optimistic. Like I said, for now, let's keep this team intact. I know, forget what I said last week about wanting a trade. For now, let's keep them intact. Let's see how they play out. They're finally almost completely healthy. Once Darren the Glass Ankle Williams comes back, him and Kirilenko finally playing together, see what happens there. See what happens. So that's basically all of it. This was a positive video, so maybe it's not going to get a lot of views. I've kind of noticed a trend on my videos that the more negative ones have gotten more views and the positive ones have gotten less views, which I guess makes sense because everyone likes to see everyone bitch and moan and complain about stuff. So this is more of a positive video. It's going to have a more positive title, and I haven't decided what that is yet, but it's going to have a positive title, and so I'm expecting 5 to 10 views. So anyway, who cares? So this is NetsBoy. Until next week, signing off.